Hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos nuevamente a Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. En el último episodio hicimos el desvío de Lorenz y obtuvimos la Tirsus. Y ahora Ned tiene 4 de rango en la magia de viento y no pasa nada porque tiene emblema. No puede activar ejida, es cierto, pero ¿quién necesita ejida teniendo 4 de rango? Hoy aún no vamos a luchar. Hoy he venido aquí porque hay conversaciones de apoyo por en medio. Estaba haciendo el monasterio y conversaciones de apoyo. Tendría que grabarlas. ¡Ay, no puedo! Estoy renderizando. Bueno, lo haremos ahora. Ay, estoy OP as fuck. Por algún soy nivel 17. No sé si en la primera run llega la batalla de los leones y las águilas con niveles altos, pero soy nivel 17. Salvo Flame. Flame va a ser la Dancer porque Flame en esta run no cuento con ella para nada. Realmente Flame no fue buena en la otra run tampoco. Pero como dice a Mercedes Dancer, pues... mira, tenía que apañarme también con Flame como, pues, con la otra como pudiese. Ahora que tengo reclutada a Nick, que tengo 3 magos buenos en Mercedes, Listea... Mercedes, Annette, Listea y Marianne. Flame está un poco ahí, la verdad. En fin. Parece que a gente le gustaría hablar contigo. ¿Quieres aceptar?
Hey, Professor. There are a lot of hardworking people here at the Academy, huh? Even Claude. He acts carefree, but secretly he's so serious. Everyone focuses on training without even needing to be told. Maybe they think I must protect my friends, even if I have to risk my neck.
¿Y tú no defenderías a tus amigos?
Of course I'll try to protect them, but I don't understand why anyone would want to risk their life for someone else. When you die, no matter how you died, it's over.
Tienes razón. Pero Hilda, tienes que entender que cuando alguien te importa mucho, puedes llegar a hacer algo tan irracional, porque es irracional, pero puedes llegar a hacer algo tan irracional como priorizar su bienestar por encima del tuyo. Porque el perder a esa otra persona te dolería más que perder tu propia vida. ¿Es irracional? Totalmente. Pero el ser humano no es totalmente racional, hay mucha parte emocional en él.
To me, it's more important to enjoy life. We only live once, after all. It's a waste to spend all your time working and being responsible, right?
¿Puedes trabajar y disfrutar de la vida? No, no me parece.
Well, no matter what people may think, I'm going to keep being me.
Y eso está muy bien.
So in our next battle, I'll support everyone from the sidelines.
No, no harás eso.
Aw, come on, please. How about I do something for you as a way of saying thanks? Oh, I know! I'll let you join me for dinner in the city. Everyone would be jealous, you know? They'd all love to spend time with me. Okay, just think on it.
Ay, Hilda. Eres maja. Eres muy maja. Pero también eres un poco tonta, ¿eh? A ver, sé que hay otra persona que tiene que aparecer el apoyo. No le va a dar la gana de aparecer mientras warpeo, ¿no? Sé que tengo otro apoyo pendiente de aparecer. Bueno, pues nada. Ya aparecerá cuando quiera. Pero sé que tengo que hablar con otra persona. Y una vez más, estamos en fin de mes. Esta vez para la batalla de los leones y las águilas. Estamos asquerosamente OP en lo que respecta a niveles, con lo que debería ser bastante fácil. Pero antes, social links, social links, social links, social links, social links. No puedo hacer eso todavía. Todavía no ha llegado el momento para avanzar. Y lo mismo me pasa con Leoni. Y bueno, con Anel lo entiendo porque este será de AS directamente. Pues Cloud. Oh, Dios mío. Ver que esta opción está disponible que nunca se active me va a estar persiguiendo una buena temporada. Cloud con Licitea.
As you can see, if we were to face an enemy on this terrain, I would go here and you would go here.
Hang on. If we're trying to repel the enemy, I should be positioned there, correct?
Huh? I'm not sure that's the best idea. Take a closer look at this map. See, there's a graveyard over here. Might run into some of those ghosts you hate so much.
Claude, will you knock it off already? So help me. If you continue treating me like a child, I'll...
Easy there. I'm sorry, okay? Just don't start blasting off any spells in here.
I've more pride than to turn an unarmed soldier to cinders.
Oh.
It wouldn't kill you to speak to me as an equal when we're discussing matters as serious as this.
Actually, I see you as more than an equal. There's no questioning the power you wield. And I was being serious about the formation just now. The bit about the ghosts was just me having fun with you. Or trying to. You're so smart, I figured you'd catch on to that right away. But back to the formation. Can you see why I arranged it like I did? The area I want you to guard requires the ability to adapt to an ever-changing situation. Who else could I trust with such a difficult task? You're my best bet for something like that.
Perhaps that's true.
Think back to the times we fought together. When have I ever treated you like a child on the battlefield? I depend on you, Lysithea. I value your power almost as much as I do Teach's.
Truly?
I swear to you on all of Fodlan. I'd like to have my fun, but I wouldn't joke about something like that. I consider you a valued ally. I'll stop now before I inevitably drift back into teasing you again. Just know that I meant every word, okay?
Fair enough then. From here forward, see to it that you treat me with the respect of an equal. And I admit that you are not short on talent yourself, but don't go getting a big head over it.
Eso ha sido un poco raro. Cloud con Hilda.
What are you writing there, Hilda? Wait, let me guess. You're replying to one of your brother's letters, right?
Of course. It's a pain, but I make sure to always send him a response, otherwise he'll worry. It's much easier than when we lived together. A few letters here and there are a small price to pay for this peaceful, brother-free environment.
Well, that's a fine thing to do regardless of your reasons. As for me, it's been far too long since I've written to my parents.
Oh, I thought your father had died.
Not quite. He's still alive and kicking, as far as I know. The late Duke who died in an accident was my uncle.
I see. I do recall you mentioning that your mother was born into the Regan family. What's your father like, if you don't mind me asking?
He's quite the extravagant character. When I was a kid, he used to tie me to a horse and drag me around.
Excuse me?
In all fairness, I was quite a little brat. The horse thing sounds worse than it is. There's sort of a trick to it.
A trick I hope I never need to learn. Your mother didn't step in and make him stop?
Gods no, she'd just laugh right along with him. If my father is extravagant, my mother's more like a warrior goddess, or maybe a demon queen. This one time, she got into an argument with my combat instructor and wound up in a full-on fist fight with the guy. What's more, she won. My instructor was a mighty warrior, undefeated in 100 battles, but even he was no match for her.
Huh? But your mother is a lady of nobility.
True, but she was the kind of woman to elope with the man she loved and throw it all away. Not your average duchess at all.
Ooh, they eloped! I like that. It's so romantic. Imagine, abandoned abandoning your family forever to be with the one you love. Not everyone can do that.
It's not a question of can, it's a question of will. Even someone like you who generally despises effort would pull out all the stops for something you really care about. Isn't that right?
Excuse me? I put in plenty of effort.
Hey, that was a compliment. Anyhow, I look forward to the day when something inspires you to try your absolute hardest. It will be something to behold.
Lo tendré Cloud y Hilda supongo que... Y ahora esto me va a estar torturando porque va a estar ahí una buena temporada. ¡Oh! Cloud con Annette.
Hi, Annette. Looks like some tasty food you've got there. Mind if I join you?
Sure, but I'm finished eating. You're here late. Busy day?
Very. I got caught up thinking about your song. I find it really makes the time fly.
So you didn't manage to forget about that. I really wish you would.
Alas, I cannot. That song is engraved on my soul. The lyrics, they echo in my brain, begging to be understood. Those words represent the cry of a poor soul who died in anguish. Is that it? That's it, isn't it?
The cry of a poor soul?
A land that's dark and frigidly cold. That could only mean the underworld. In my search for truth, I read up on the old rituals of the eastern regions of Fargus. Those who die with regret are thought to end up in an underworld of sorts. Somewhere cold, somewhere dark, somewhere creepy. To escape from their bitter limbo, they dig their way up through the earth, trying to find the surface, or the light, in other words. And so they creep about endlessly in the cold dirt of the underworld, clinging to their hopeless desire. Creepity creep, Annette. Creepity creep. So, was I right, or was I right?
What? No, you're not even close. It wasn't supposed to be a dark and miserable song at all.
Huh. Now that I think about it, the melody and dance didn't really match the weight of the lyrics.
The lyrics are simply about seeds pushing out of the ground to become sweet little buds.
¡Oh!
They creep through the dirt until they find the light. The song just describes what it's like to be a budding flower.
Damn, that is good stuff. Okay, maybe I read too much into it. Actually, now that you've explained, it really is a nice little song. Creepity creep, the gentle journey from the ground to the surface. I love it.
Do you think it's embarrassing that I made up such a silly song?
¡No! ¡Para nada!
Not at all. Oh, but that reminds me. I was so inspired by Creepity Creep that I made up some lyrics of my own. I've been nonchalantly carrying them around with me, hoping to run into you. Would you mind taking a look?
Oh, of course. Let's see here. Walking with purpose and a steady stride, lively and bright and full of pride. Crying, laughing, and blazing ahead. Why worry about tomorrow? Let's eat instead. So, what would you say this song is about, Claude?
Oh, Annette. Sweet Annette. This time it's your turn to decipher its meaning. Let me know when you've figured it out.
Ay, siento que Cloud está un tanto fuera de personaje con los apoyos de Annette, pero por otro lado también parece que le estoy tirando la caña brutalmente. Rafael tenemos más de estos que no puedo hacer porque no me va a representar el monasterio. Rafael con Hilda.
Who is it?
It's me, Raphael!
Oh, Raphael! I'll get the door. What are you up to? Oh, whoa! What an enormous crate! And look what's in it. Crystal vials, shiny rocks.
And I got this too.
Oh, what a splendid flower. And so wish. Hey, wait a second. Is that for your sister?
Yeah, I finally got my hands on something cute, just like you suggested.
That's so nice. But wait a second. Is this that flower from Fodlan's throat?
Of course. I had to run to make it back in time. It was a lot farther than I thought.
You ran all that way? And while we're on the topic, aren't these all Myron crystals? Such fine carvings on them. They must be the work of a true artisan. It couldn't have been easy getting your hands on these.
I figured I should follow your advice. You know more about what's stylish than I ever could.
Well done. I'm sure your sister will be pleased. All that's left is to make that necklace.
Yeah, about that. I don't know how to put it together. I've spent so long trying to figure it out that the flowers have started wilting. There are only a few nice ones left.
Huh. That's not good. I could try telling you how to make it, but you can't afford to lose any more flowers. Oh, all right. Looks like it's Hilda to the rescue. I'll take it from here.
Seriously? You're really gonna help me?
Sure. I make myself things from time to time, and this is definitely easier than teaching you how. But you owe me for this. I expect to be paid back.
Don't you worry about that. I'll find something really nice to pay you back with.
It couldn't have been easy finding all these trinkets. He must really love his sister. Still, older brothers can be so dense.
Ay. Hilda es buena gente. Siguiente. Licitea con Marianne.
Marianne, do you mind if I ask you about something? Yes. It's about animal behavior. Among us all, you surely know the most about animals. I've read that in outdoor battles, wild animals can sometimes cause unexpected confusion. What do you think would be the best strategy to... are you listening, Marianne? I was listening. I just don't think I can really... For crying out loud! Why do you always have to admit defeat before even giving yourself a chance? My advice would probably just put everyone in danger. You'd be better off without me. This is beyond ridiculous. You're impossible. You seem convinced you're some sort of cursed being, destined to bring doom and gloom to anyone you encounter. Well, why do you have such a terrible opinion of yourself? How could you possibly be so dense? I just nothing. Now you listen to me for a moment. I can see that you have some deep-seated turmoil you struggle with. I'll have you know I have quite a few issues of my own, perhaps more grave than yours, if you can imagine. Really? Yes, but I'm not the only one who has such troubles to contend with. Everyone does. That's why it's so important to maintain a positive outlook and do what we can. Each time we find the light in the dark, we grow, bit by bit. And without growth, what's the point in carrying on? Lysithea, I envy your confidence and strength. Don't envy me. Instead, just choose to find the positive, won't you? Yes. Well, maybe someday. The time is now! This is your moment! Oh, okay. That's more like it. Now to start, why don't you help me out by answering my questions about wild animals? I'll certainly try my best.
Eso ha estado muy bien. Lo que ha hecho Licitea es muy cierto, ha estado muy bien. Me ha encantado ese apoyo. Vamos al siguiente, Licitea con Hilda.
Hello, Lysithea. Hilda? What's that box you're holding? It's making me nervous for some reason. Your big sister Hilda's here, and she's going to make you look all grown up. I don't recall ever asking you to. That's right, I knew exactly what you needed. You didn't have to ask. Now take a seat. With makeup, you can't just pick your favorite colors. You must choose colors that suit you and the occasion. If you'll be up close and personal, if you're going to a ball, for example, you want to keep it subtle. On the other hand, if you're going to be on stage, the colors should be overt. I've never used makeup before. It sounds complicated. Let's put up your hair to show off your neck, but we'll leave a few strands hanging to make you look more vulnerable. Why would I want to appear vulnerable? I don't want to be attacked. This is for wooing, not warring. When you're older, you might understand the importance of looking a little vulnerable. You're treating me like a child. But I guess it's mostly harmless. Now, when you're standing, put your non-dominant foot a step back. It looks more elegant. When sitting, don't lean back, but don't slouch either. And ensure at all times you are gracefully extending your fingers. Gracefully extending? Suddenly standing and sitting are an exhausting activity. Hilda, that's enough. This is wearing me out. I knew you had potential. You'll go far, my darling. A couple of years to develop your charms, and no girl will outmatch you. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this type of thing. Oh, believe me, you are. With a little help from me, you'll have men falling at your feet. No thanks. You're more suited to such things. I'll leave it to you. I haven't the time or the energy to fuss over how I'm perceived. Even with my best efforts, I'll never be as good at this as you are. Still, this was rather fun. Thank you, Hilda. She really is brimming with untapped potential. When she smiles like that, wow, even my heart skips a beat.
Eso es... Todo bien, supongo. Supongo. Visité con Annette.
Oh, you're still here? Lysithia, hi. Did you forget something? I did. What are you reading? Just something I found. Though there are things in here I don't quite get. Is that the Compendium of Light and Dark? It is! Amazing how you could tell that just from a glance at the cover. I've read it so many times, I have nearly the entire thing memorized. That said, it does seem to take liberties with some topics, so be aware of that while you're reading it. Wait, really? Yikes. Thanks for the warning. You've got quite the stack of books here for only wanting to brush up on one thing. I knew you were a hard worker, Annette. No, not at all. Sorry. There I go again. It's alright. In getting to know you, I've taken some time to self-reflect. I used to think that I worked harder than anyone. But I'm not so sure anymore. I have to work even harder to keep pace with you. Oh no! But then I'll have to work extra hard to keep up with you! Well, if you work extra hard, I'll need to work super duper extra hard.
¿Qué es esto? La conversación típica de L y Elena. ¡Otra vez!
Oh, come on! Fine. Super duper quadruple extra hard it is. Okay, that's enough. We could do this forever, but we've got better things to do. Sorry. It's fun to see you get carried away like that, though. I'm glad we had this chat. I feel excited to continue working super duper extra hard now. I'm lucky to have someone like you around to inspire me. I feel the same. I'll do my best to keep pace with you. Why are you smiling? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking about how nice it is that we can motivate each other like this. It is nice, isn't it? But I still intend to surpass you.
Bueno, pues lo llevas mal. Creo que Annette va ganando por 2 de magia.
Nuh-uh, I'm gonna surpass you. But before that, could you explain this part of the book to me? I'm not quite sure how someone of your caliber is struggling with this one, but let me break it down for you.
Sí, la típica conversación de ella y Elena. Hacerse la pelota la una a la otra. Marianne con Hilda.
You've been an enormous help. Thanks so much. Excuse me. I have some more supplies that just arrived for the infirmary. Oh, were there more? I thought I'd gotten them all. I just have bandages and other small things, but there might be more coming. Well, I just got the boys to bring in the heavy bottles. Looks like we can't fit all of it without some rearranging, though. You know, if you'd arrived earlier, you could have helped me tidy up. My apologies. I don't really need your apologies. I need your help. Oh, okay. How can I help? How can you help? I said tidy up, didn't I? See the shelves there? See if you can clear out some space and tuck away the bandages. I can try. Hey, careful, Marianne. There's some strong stuff in those bottles. I'm sorry, No, look, just leave the bandages for now and move the bottles from the shelf. I can do that. Now the bandages fell. No! So in the end, I did it all by myself.
Sí, todo lo que tiene que ver con limpiar te toca a ti, Hilda.
I'm sorry that I was no help. I just got in your way. It's fine. We'll even it out with pastries. You want me to get you pastries? I guess I can. You seem so thoughtful and composed, but you're surprisingly clumsy. It's such an odd mix. I practically have no choice but to take over for you. You're right. I'm sorry.
Ok, no puedo hacer nada más. Estamos atrapados en este limbo de apoyos. Exactamente, Rafael. Cloud. Rafael quiere verme durante el monasterio. En fin, vamos a tomar la pausa aquí. Y en el siguiente episodio iremos a la batalla de los leones y las águilas. Hasta la próxima.